Shalom. So today we're going to talk about the poor widow in the book of Mark, chapter 12, starting at verse 41. It says, "And Jesus sat over against the treasury, and beheld how the people cast money into the treasury, and many that were rich cast in much. And there came a certain poor widow, and she threw in 2 mites, which make a farthing." 2 mites, that's the lowest coin at that time. "And he called unto him his disciples, and saith unto them, Verily I say unto you, that this poor widow hath cast more in than all they which have cast into the treasury. For all they did cast in of their abundance, but she of her want did cast in all that she had, even all her living." Right? So it depends on what standpoint you look at this from, right? So she putting in 2 mites is like, oh, 2 mites, that's no money, right? But if you check from what she is taking it from, then you would see how much she is actually giving, right? And this is why sometimes it's not good to compare, because even though they might seem similar, they are not actually the same, right? Now, think about a rich man who has a lot of money and putting in um, a lot of money in the treasury. It seems it's like nothing according to what he has, right? So these things cannot be compared, and sometimes we need to see things for what they are rather than comparing, because it takes away a lot in the judgment, right? Now, we're going to look at this in a more simpler term, something that a lot of us can relate to by experience, right? So let's look at this here. Now, sometimes we get into relationships, and all we can see is how damaged this woman is, how broken she is, how, she's bitter, she's angry, she has resentment, she's hurt, the trauma, the insecurities, and all of that, right? However, what we don't see is that the little she has, because everything here is broken, right? Say 99% is broken, but we never really get to appreciate the 1% that she is given, right? To know that she doesn't have all of that, but the little of her heart that remains, she is willing to give that. She doesn't have it in abundance. She doesn't have this love and peace and everything to offer in abundance, but she has a little portion of her living left, right? Because she done been with all these different men, and every time she loses a part of her, and the little that is left, she is still willing to give that piece of her heart to you, right? So we don't see that these are the ones that are giving way more than a person who is whole. So this is why I have this example over here, right? So imagine this person. She has peace, love, care, humility, gentle, sharing, compassion, shamefaced, tenderness. She has all of this, and just a little portion of her might be broken, but she has all of this to offer. We cannot compare them, because when you compare them, you remove the judgment. So now you're going to be judging this person with the judgment that should be applied to this person, but it's not the same. So we cannot look in the treasury and say, oh, these rich men gave a lot, right? If you measure it that way, you remove the judgment, not realizing that he has a lot, so he can give a lot. So it's the same thing, right? You had a woman like this before in your lifetime, and guess what? Now you're with this person. You cannot accept that this is what you're with. This person is who you're with. So your mind is here. And then everything you judge with this person, you start to judge with this person in your mind, creating more problems, because you don't realize that she is not her. Just like you don't realize that the poor widow is not the rich people casting a lot of money into the treasury. So it throws off our judgment. You don't get to appreciate the little that you're getting here. All you can focus is on what you're getting here. When you should be aware of all of this to know how to help her process it. So then at some point she will be giving you all of these qualities here. And you don't have to be looking towards another person. And because what we normally do in this case is we discard these people because we cannot put up with all these things. We cannot see their effort, their willingness. We cannot see the fact that they barely have anything left for them, but they're still willing to give. So us men need to understand this so we can be more conscious when we're interacting or dealing with people on this level. So we don't do what? Take advantage. So we don't take the little that they have to give away from them, leaving them with nothing. Know that we know all of this happened out there. Life happened to this woman. We are here to make a difference. So we're not going to add another to this. Our job is to undo all of these past traumas, hurt, brokenness, pain, everything. Our job is to undo that, not to add to it and then disappear. Now, let's look at another example. A woman might be in a relationship with a man. Now, her husband is only making but so much. So he only can do but so much. The thing is, her husband can only give her $100 for the month. Now, there's this other brother out there who can give her $10,000, right? She's not realizing that this man gave as much as he could give out of what he has. This man here has it in abundance. So him giving 10,000 is not the same. It's not equivalent to this in no wise possible. It cannot be compared, because if this man has 100,000 and give 10, right? And this man only has $110 and gave 100. It's very different. He gave all that he had. So, like I said, when we have this comparison, sometimes we lose our judgment because we don't understand the judgment of the Most High. Like I said, the situation might seem or appear similar to you, but they're not the same. They cannot be compared. There are no comparisons there. This man giving you the 2 mites, but guess what? That's all he's living. He doesn't have any more to give. So who really gave you more? And then you know what happens? Now you have a poor judgment towards this man, towards your husband, because you think and you believe that he can do better just because this person can give 10 times the amount. That's poor judgment. Now what happens? You want to discard this person because you're so convinced that he can do better or he should be doing better. What you don't realize is that this man is already putting up with all the responsibilities of your relationship, everything that goes on in the home. This person does not have to deal with all of that. So he doesn't bear the burden that this person bears. This man has to manage the responsibility for the home, everything that goes on there. This man has to be active in your life. This person does not need to. He does not need to put up with you, your children, your bills, whatever you're going through. He doesn't need to do that. This man has to put up with all of that. Now you want to discard him for this person. This person is not willing to go and take up this man's cross or take up your cross. He could give this because he didn't have to deal with the responsibilities that come with you. The love of the Most High is in the giving. And sometimes we don't know what we are receiving, so we cannot see the true love that is inside because we're measuring the actual objects that we're getting. We're not looking at the spirit or the intentions of the heart behind the giving. So we fall short in our judgments. Shalom.